you've been thinking, why do I understand, but I can't talk like a native? Or maybe it has already felt that frustration after studying so much, but when opening your mouth, lock. If this has happened to you, then holds tight, because today's Impact episode will show you your way to turn this game once and for all. But before we really start, I want to ask you something. Stay with me until the end, because I promise that what you will hear here can turn the way you practice English, and, more importantly, how you feel when speaking English. Now let me tell you something essential that almost no one tells you. Listening to English carefully every day is the secret that connects what you understand to what you can express naturally. Yes, just studying grammar or decorating lists of words will not lead you to speak like a native. What will transform you is the real, alive, constant practice. And do you know where it starts? In your ears. Think to me for a moment. When you were a child, you were not born talking. You were born listening. You heard your mother, your father, your brothers, neighbors, for months. And only after much I heard did you begin to form words, and then phrases, and only then conversations. The same is true of English. But now that you are an adult, you may be expecting the process to be magical. And it is not. He is natural, and for that very reason, powerful. A lot of people start studying English and frustrates fast because they want immediate results. He wants to speak like a native in a few weeks, but he doesn't even hear English on a daily basis. Want to have fluency, but only studies when it gives. And I understand. Life is running, tiring, full of appointments. But if you really dream of speaking English without fear, with confidence, you need to create the habit of listening every day. And it doesn't have to be complicated. You can hear English while getting ready, while washing the dishes, in traffic, in the bath, before bed. You can listen to podcasts, YouTube videos, stretches of series, music, audios. The important thing is to let your brain dip in this language. The more you hear, the more you absorb it. More sounds you recognize. More structures naturally enter your vocabulary. And do you know what is most interesting? The brain begins to understand the rhythm, the melody, the emotion behind the words. And that is what makes someone sound like a native. It's not just knowing the right word. It is knowing how it sounds, how she vibrates in speech, how she breathes in the sentence. When you start listening carefully, you realize that natives talk to contractions, reduce words, connect sounds. And then gradually you get used to it. It recognizes. And then starts to imitate. Lightly, naturally, almost without realizing it. It's like music. You do not learn to sing reading the lyrics. You learn by listening, feeling, repeating. With English, it's the same. Therefore, today, more than ever, hearing practice must be your ally. Not as an obligation, but as a pleasure, a moment of yours, a gift to your brain. And if you have tried, but you feel it's no use, maybe it's missing constancy. Maybe you are waiting to feel ready to speak. But let me tell you a secret. You will never feel ready. You will become ready in practice, missing, trying, listening, adjusting. Do not compare with those who seem to be light years before you. Each person has their rhythm, their history, their internal locks. But everyone can unlock. Everyone can learn. And yes, you too. So take a deep breath now and listen to what I'm going to tell you. Speaking like a native is not a gift. It is a workout, an accessible training that starts in your ear. And if you really want to speak English safely, lightly, naturally, you need to hear. Every day. Even for 5 minutes. Even if repeating the same sentence 10 times. Because this is how your brain is creating true connections. This is how you start thinking about English. To feel the English. Living English. And when this happens, the words are not forced. They flow. Because you stopped just studying English and started living with him. Speaking like a native is more than learning a language. It is allowing yourself to live a new way of thinking, of expressing yourself, of connecting with the world. And that's exactly what we'll talk about now. In the next block, I will show you how you can start talking like a native, even without living outside, even without expensive course, even if you are starting now. I will guide you step by step, a path that can change your way of communicating and even your self-esteem. But before you continue, tell me, are you ready to take this step? Because if you have come here, it is because this desire lives within you. So, hold this will. She will take you away. Now that you have understood the importance of listening every day, let's deepen the theme of our episode today, how to start talking like a native. And no, this is not a distant dream. It's a real way, and you've done the first step just for being here. listening to this message. Talking like a native is not about having a perfect accent. It's about sound natural. It is about expressing yourself with confidence. It is about knowing what to say, how to say, and when to say. And that, my friend, starts with 3 simple pillars: active listening, conscious repetition, and courage to make mistakes. Let's talk about active listening. She is different from simply listening to something background. It is listening, paying attention to the details, in the way the phrase begins, in the sounds that connect, in the rhythm of speech. When you watch a series, for example, choose a character you like and watch how it says. As he expresses emotions, how he uses pauses, how he gives life to words. And then try to imitate. Yes, literally repeat what he says, with the same intonation, with the same rhythm. And here comes the second pillar: conscious repetition. This is one of the most powerful techniques that exist for those who want to talk as a native. Choose everyday phrases and repeat until they come out naturally. No need to invent, you don't have to complicate. Start with the basics. How are you? I'm just getting started. That sounds great. Repeat these phrases as if training for a play, as if rehearsing for a show. Because in a way, that's right. Each conversation is a stage. And the more you rehearse, the more natural you feel when you are there. And now comes the key point. You need to make mistakes to learn. Natives also make mistakes. They stutter, change words in the middle of the sentence, reformulate. What they have that you may not have yet, it's the confidence to keep wrong. And this confidence is built with practice, with attempt, with small hits that accumulate day after day. So if you want to talk like a native, understand that it is not about seeming perfect. It is about human opinion. Someone who communicates with truth, willingness, with presence. If you can convey an idea, tell a story, make someone laugh, you are already becoming fluent. Because fluency is not just about words, it is about connection. Think to me, how many times have you heard someone speaking English with a strong accent but still seemed so safe that no one even turned on to the accent? This is because delivery matters more than form. If you speak clearly, with emotion, you will be understood. And more than that, it will be remembered. Now imagine this. You in a restaurant outside asking your plate safely. You at a meeting presenting your ideas clearly. You in an informal conversation, making a joke, telling stories, laughing together. All of this is possible. And it starts with simple decisions. Practice every day. Repeat phrases. Listen. Recording. Allow yourself. Oh, and here's a tip that few use. Record your own voice speaking English. It may seem strange at first, but it will change your game. You will start to realize where it locks, where it accelerates, where it can improve. And over time, it will notice its evolution. You will hear your own voice proudly. You will realize that it is, yes, sounding more and more natural. Another powerful technique is the so-called shadowing. It works like this. You put a native audio speaking, it can be a series, a podcast, a video here on the channel, and try to repeat exactly what one says at the same time. Yes, speaking on top, as if it were an echo. At first, it is challenging, but gradually your brain begins to adapt to the real rhythm of the English language. It's like training the ear and mouth at the same time. And it works. And don't forget something fundamental. English is not just a language, it is a culture. Natives do not only speak different words. They think differently. They feel different. Express themselves in their own forms. So watch movies, read stories, know idioms, understand humor. This will help you get out of robotic English and dive into a living English. And you know what is the best time to start all this? Now. Because you already have everything you need: will, curiosity, and this video here with you. The only thing missing, it's action. So I want to invite you to a challenge. Today, even today, choose a phrase in English. It can be simple. It may be a song, a show, a video here on the channel. Repeat this sentence 10 times, but with intention, with focus, feeling the sentence as if it were yours, as if you were her author. And tomorrow, do it again. And the day after tomorrow, also. In a week, you will notice something different. In a month, your speech will gain pace. In 3 months, you will start thinking about English. And one day, without realizing it, you will be talking like a native. And when that happens, I want you to come back here and say, I got it. Because you will make it. Now that you've gotten here, take a deep breath and recognize something powerful. You're closer to talking like a native than you think. Today, you understand that the way is not perfection, but the daily, simple, and intentional practice. You found that listening carefully is the first step, that repeating with intention is the second, and that making mistakes with courage is the third, and that together, these three steps form a bridge that connects you, just as it is today, to your fluent self of tomorrow. And I want you to know that this is not just about English. This is about freedom, about being able to express itself in another language with the same soul. It's about traveling without fear, work without limitations, make friends that cross borders, and above all, it is about proving each day that you are capable. Talking like a native is not a talent reserved for the few. It is a decision, it is a commitment, it is a lifestyle, and you can live it, starting now. So what are you going to do today? Will you hear English more carefully? Will you repeat phrases until they sound natural? Will you stop running away from the mistakes and embrace the challenge of communicating, even with flaws? If the answer is yes, you already won. And here's a practical tip that can change your day. Create a 5-minute ritual a day just to practice speech. It can be in front of the mirror, in the car, in the bath, wherever. Choose a sentence. Repeat. Serious, correct. He used to smile. And repeat again. 5 minutes. This is what separates the I wanted from I got. Another powerful tip, have a list of your favorite English phrases. Those who empowered you, that motivate you, that you would like to say firmly in a movie of your life. Phrases like, I believe in myself. I can do this. My English gets better every day. Say these phrases with emotion. They will create roots in your mind and flourish in your speech. And finally, a truth that I want you to take in your heart. You are able to learn anything. And English is just the beginning. If you have gotten here, it is because there is a flame inside you, a true desire to grow, overcome barriers, to become your best version. And this channel is here exactly for that, to guide you, to remind you of what you are able, to inspire you to continue every day. So if this message touched you in any way, if she lit this desire to follow firmly, subscribe to the channel now. This helps us too much to continue producing content that boosts you. Leave a comment below telling me which sentence you are going to practice today, or what was the biggest insight you had in this video. I read all the comments with love, in truth. And if you haven't watched the other videos on the channel yet, you already take the opportunity to see. Each episode was designed to turn you inside and outside. Remember, you don't have to wait for the perfect time to start, because the perfect moment is now. Talk to the heart, practice with lightness, and walk with courage. Your fluency journey is just beginning, and I will be here in every step. See you soon, my friend.